Okay, everyone, thanks for joining again. Basically, I wanted to take the time today to go over the zones of the property. As I mentioned in the previous video, we have the ability to send a drone up and take a screenshot down. So basically, that's what I did. I took our drone out, stood in the middle of the lot, raised the drone up, and took a screen grab from one of the videos that I captured. So I've kind of highlighted some segments in colored squares here to kind of give a feel of what we're going to do where. The first thing that you'll notice is the driveway here at the top of the screen, the top middle. It leads up to the black square box. That black square box is where our house will be. The house is going to set, with the driveway facing the front of the house, so you kind of just drive up directly into it. To the right of the house, in the back corner of the property here, you'll see this little greenish yellow looking box. That's where our chickens are going to run. We plan to have the chicken coop that we currently have at our house brought over there. We have 12 laying hens, and we'll probably get a few more. They make great eggs, and they take care of ticks for us. So they'll have the roam of the property during the day. They'll be free ranging, but at night the coop will be there, and in the wintertime they'll have the coop there and a small run available to them. This area at the behind the chicken coop is pretty much where the property line lies, pretty down by the end of the picture there. So the back of the property line is there. There's also a shed that's already there. We'll use that for storage or whatever, so that's really not that important to the animals, but that is where the chickens will be. Moving to the middle of the property here, you can see that we have an open area. This will probably just be grass and an area for us to just, have a spot, maybe set a fire pit or something out here in the middle, have a resting area, just a nice little space on the side of the house there. This area in blue is directly south facing, so looking at this picture, you're basically facing north to the top of the picture and south to the bottom of the picture. So this is kind of a north-south view, and all of this inside of the blue area is going to be south-facing. So we'd like to put a bunch of trees here. You'll notice in the bottom left corner of that box is a small tree there. Now that's that apple tree. So we'd like to extend that orchard out at least 2/3 of the way of this blue area. We're not exactly sure how many. We'll probably have 3 or 4 apple trees and 1 or 2 plum trees, and then maybe some blueberries and raspberries as well. So that'll be our orchard area. Next to that, you can see there's a dark green segment of area that's carved out. This is where we currently have the Ruth Stout garden going in, as well as in the long run, we hope to clear out this pile of debris like I showed on the video previously. And once we get that pile cleared out, clear this land out, cut down these small trees, and then expand the garden over to there. So we'd like to push the garden back a little bit, as well as bring it to the left more. I fully expect that at some point the garden will overflow into this blue area somewhere. We're just not exactly sure where the orchard's going to end. So when we figure that out, that's basically the extent of where the garden will go. Back here behind the garden and the orchard is where we have the giant boulders and stuff. And then this is just some trees and some wetlands up here, so we won't be utilizing that space. The last area of real concern or of interest is this big red area here. This is the area where we can walk up onto a hill that's going to be to the back side of the house, or to the far right side of the house. That is it's basically a large cliff up here somewhere. In the long run, if you walk up that hill, you'll run into a big cliff, and that cliff goes down to the road that leads into the property. Up here, this continues back, so to the left, for about 1.5 acres we have up there to the left and to the top. So there is a good amount of space that's not in this screenshot, but just know there's about 1.5 acres back there. And what we plan to do is clear some of that a little bit, and then let pigs and then eventually goats probably roam back there. We'll have pigs and goats in the spring, and then slaughter them in the winter or in the fall for meat, and utilize them to help clean up the property for us. Back on the right side over here, past the septic mound and past the garden section, is pretty much just wetlands. That there's a stream that runs back there, and that stream we'd like to clean up a little bit to make it flow better, and possibly plant some, some corn or something back here in the long run if we can get that area dry enough. But yeah, that's pretty much an overview. If anybody has any questions or thoughts or wants to offer differences of opinion or maybe have some ideas of things we could better do, please let us know. We'd be happy to take advice or take any kind of thoughts you have if you leave them in the comments below.